talk, no BS. No scripts, no favors, no referee. What they won't say, we address it directly. Street news, street politics, respect the integrity. Real talk, no BS. Real talk, no BS. No filters, no cap, no sensitivity. From the corner to the courts, it's the recipe. If it ain't real, I don't mention me. It's for the blocks where the cameras don't stay, where the truth get buried under headlines and pay.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Hey, I told y'all I was going to keep up with this, and we're going to be right here to give it to y'all. Hey, look, listen. They took a trip back to the island. And Warren got some things to say about what happened on the island and give it to her on the island. And we're going to get to it. Hey, man, this is a diabolical situation, man. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. My condolences to the family, always and forever. Like, share, sub up, tell a friend, tell Timo, do it again. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos, shorts, or updates on the Nolan Wells case again. Let's get to the content.
Now we're getting ready to recount the exact path that the boys took, also with Nolan Wells, from where they docked the boat at all the way out to Horn Island and back. The boys are going to explain to me exactly what went on, how many people were there, how many boats were taken out, which I think the world is going to be completely dumbfounded when they realize what the truth really is, because the lies have been pervasive. So we're right here where Nolan left on the boat, and you'll find out how many people were there, how many boats, and then we're going to take that same path out. I'm gonna go look at Horn Island and see exactly where they could have been to get a perspective that the media don't even care to try to do. And then we're going to take the trek back, and we're going to find out exactly what happened to Nolan. This is the reason why I'm here, man. I want you guys to have a voice. I want you guys to be able to speak out and show what the truth really is, and then let the world decide. I just don't want you guys to end up in a situation where your story never gets heard. Right here is where Nolan and probably 20 other kids got on the boat. So it's not just Nolan and 3 other kids. That was a lie. That was a myth. I'm going to prove that. Right here is where the kids were docking, and we're going to show you a video that coincided. I'm going to walk at the exact angle that the video is being broadcast from, so you know that I'm exactly where I say I am. But the boys were here. Tons of people you'll see on the video is getting onto the boat, and they took 3 boats out. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just Nolan and 4 boys. It was a multitude of people on several different boats, and some of the boys that they're accusing wasn't even on the boat that Nolan was on. But let me show you from the vantage point where I have the video to prove that I'm here where I say I am. And so right now, here's the angle that you're going to see on the footage. It's just from probably that boat to, maybe about 30, 40 feet here to the right. And this is where the video is showing how many people were actually out there, actually getting on the boats. So therefore, it debunks very clearly that it was only Nolan and 4 boys going out here to Horn Island.
Okay. And that, I'm glad that was shown, right? Because a lot of people did say it was just him and the boys. I think in one of my videos, I had a piece of misinformation and said that, but also went on to state it's 4th of July. Clearly, it was other people there. So this is telling. This is really telling. It shows, 1, it wasn't just them. 2, it was in the video we just watched, it was 3 boats. So yeah, this is unfolding in a crazy, crazy way. Hey, and like I said, we're gonna catch every bit of it, because the truth has to be told. It gotta be. Let's go.
All right, you guys, sorry about the sunglasses. It's very bright out here, and I never wear sunglasses, but we're at Horn Island in almost the exact same position where the boys were, where Nolan was. So if you look out right here, just so you guys can get a perspective, you have the Horn Island here. But I want you guys to put this in your mind, what this was like on that day. You have boats 2, 3, 4 deep from way down there where you can see all the way through here. You have thousands of people on this island, probably 2,000 people. So this wasn't some abandoned, secluded island where nobody's at. Obviously, this is a Monday, and there's a few people on the backside of the island, not a lot of people here. But on 4th of July, this is a celebration. And so this wasn't a small place where 4 boys took their black friend and dropped him off and never seen him again. This place was flooded with people. Tons of people, multiple boats, multiple friend groups. I mean, everybody's here having a good time. And then the boat gets towed out because it was getting ready to sink. And so, and for what I was told, they told Nolan, get on the boat, man, get on the boat, get on the freaking boat. And he decided, because he's an adult, that he was going to stay behind. And all the boys that they've been accusing, and they saying it had something to do with his death, they were all gone at 4:30. They were all gone. And they told Nolan to get on the boat. He didn't. And then there was a report of somebody seeing Nolan around 6:30-ish. And so for them to come out and claim these lies, won't take the time to come to Horn Island, won't take the trip out here to figure out what happened, won't talk to anybody, pushing an agenda is wrong. And that's the reason why I came out here. I wanted to see for myself, what did this look like? What could have happened? You know, does the stories line up based on what I've seen and what I've heard from people that live here that were involved in this situation? This is where the lie started. People were putting out on social media, knowing that they're lying, that this is what it was like on a day that Nolan and his friends came out here to Horn Island.
Now that's crazy. It's the 4th of July. I don't know no area that's near a body of water that ain't packed with festivities and a whole lot of partying going on. I don't know any place. So when that was said, I thought that was crazy. Right. Okay. Boys left at 4:30. There was an account that we don't know if it's been verified or proven that he was seen around 6:30-ish, right? So make it make sense. Make it make sense. The pieces to the puzzle aren't adding up. The puzzle is just getting more difficult to put together. We're going to try. Let's go.
And if it was 4 or 5 people and they came out here and Nolan was with them and maybe it was a few people out here like it is today and Nolan came up missing, then maybe it would be suspicious. But they didn't take the time to give context to the people because they're evil and they're liars. So if it was like that right now, when the situation happened, I can see how people had a concern. But you got to replay this moment with thousands of people here. If anything would have happened directly involving Nolan and his friends, you can't tell me that thousands of people wouldn't have seen anything happen. And so that's pretty much why I wanted to come here and show you guys. This is what they want you to believe it was like on that day, which is a lie. They want you to believe they came to a secluded island, just 4 of them, and then Nolan is left behind, and then his body's washed up on shore, and nobody knows what happened. Nobody could have seen what happened but the boys. It's a flat out lie.
I mean, it's a fat body of water. I don't know where all this music coming from, but we gonna color seconds. Yeah, there we go. Before we get back into it, right? All the people that saw something, because this is the one thing I know for sure. Ain't nobody leave that island to the boy until authorities came and said, hey, it's that time. Yeah, we was lenient. We gave y'all Go ahead. That's a small town, right? Everybody know everybody, right? 3,000 people. At one function. A lot of people know a lot of different people, right? So, and it's the 4th, they give them a little leeway, little something, as long as they don't get too crazy. Everybody go home, right? So somebody saw something. And crazy part, it's probably 1 to 10 people that saw what happened. What possibly happened, what could have happened. It's a lot of stories going around. The boys did it. He got into an argument on the boat. It might have been the father. This and this and that. Cover-ups, craziness, lies, with a little bit of the truth. Well, can we flip that around and get a lot of bit of the truth so we can get these answers? These are questions that need to be answered. There are things that don't make sense that need to. It just got to.
This whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's not from here, it's kind of hard to understand, where the island drops off and how the island works. But, there's plenty of people out here, especially on the 4th of July. This is where people come out to celebrate. And, I mean, if you fill the water, you can see right here, Brandon, where it drops off. I mean, you can see literally where it drops off. So, I mean, it goes from about waist deep water right there to neck deep. And then it drops from neck deep all the way to like 17, 20 foot. I mean, we weren't in a quarter mile off the island and when we were leaving, and I mean, it was 30 foot of water.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're walking towards the east right now, but if you walk down to the west, that's where the west tip of the island is. And that's where the current picks up very, very bad.
People talk about the phone situation. I want to, because the way you articulate it, I just walked in the water with my pants.
Right.
They're wet. And you can tell right away that if you're hanging out in the water, it doesn't appear, in my opinion, that you would have your phone on you. Is that typical for people to have their phones, or?
No, I mean, people come out here, especially on the 4th and, Memorial Day, days like that, they come out here to celebrate, and people get on the water to be off their phones, first off. Second off, if I'm sitting waist deep in water and all my friends are, everybody's leaving their phone on a boat, in a lake, if you're sitting on a pond, and no one's getting out of the water with their phone in their hand, unless, it's to take a quick picture. But
hold up, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. When the phone was pinged, the phone was on land. On land. If y'all in the water or on the boat is in water. The boat is sitting on water. It's gonna ping in. Y'all get what I'm saying? If I'm on a boat with my phone, it's not gonna say that. If somebody ping it with whatever type of tracking that you have for being able to get to your loved ones and all that, find your loved ones, whatever the case may be. If I'm on a boat with my phone in water, it's not gonna say I'm on land. Even if you use Find My iPhone, if the phone is in a boat, on a boat, in water, when you ping it, it's not going to say land. It's just not going, it's not going to do that. If you get out the boat and you're waist deep in water and you're even taking a picture, because I seen a clip of it, it's something about a picture or something. We're going to see what he say. You're still going to be in water, is what I'm saying. The phone is going to ping and it's going to say it's on a body of water. We told y'all this is going to be crazy. Let's go.
Most of the pictures taken on the 4th of July were on the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, and, salt water, if you drop your phone in salt water, most of the time you're not going to get it back. Yeah. I mean, especially the water's murky right now because there's been a lot of rain. You can't see, the visibility isn't good. The water isn't clear like it was last year around this time. And, no one has their phone though, usually. I mean, unless you're crazy. I'm not walking around with my phone
Yeah.
in my hand and then walking around Horn Island, you know.
How many people left the phone on the boat? Was it just his phone when y'all left, or
Right.
did other people have phones on the boat?
Absolutely not. Like there was at least, well, I rode out here on a different boat, like I told you, and I grabbed my phone when I left the Palm Beach to get on the boat with to get on the boat with Wyatt because we were having, boat issues. And when I got on the boat, there was phones everywhere on the console. I mean, everywhere. There was everybody's phone that was sitting around the boat was on the console. Like we had phones that we didn't even know whose they were, you know, and people just leave their phone, especially when people are drinking and, they're not in the right state of mind. A lot of people are like, oh, I'll just leave my phone and I'll get it later, and that's the way it is around here. You don't take your phone and walk around the island. There's plenty of phones on the boat and, spread out between the 3 boats that we had. And I mean, we had 20 plus people on the spread between our 3 boats. So of course, everybody's phone was on the boat. I never saw someone in the water that day sitting with their phone in their hand, scrolling on anything or even taking pictures in the water. Yeah, someone might hop out the boat. A lot of girls like to take pictures, in the water. And so do guys, but, girls want to take pictures in the water. Half a second, you might hop out the boat and be like, oh, I'm snapping this picture of myself or of someone else. But as soon as I get back in the boat, I'm putting my phone up and I'm getting back in the water and I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, that's common sense, man. And describe to me what the day was like. I saw a video online. How hectic was it out here? I mean, right now it's barren. There's not a lot of people out here.
Right.
But clearly that's not what it was on the 4th of July. So, like, how dense was it with people here?
Well, I mean, you look at all the videos, that are spread out online, and a lot of them, you can't believe what you see all the time online. You know that better than anybody. But, I mean, there was boats lined up all the way down the island, and there was rows. There was a first row, there's a second row. We were in the third row.
Okay. And if that is a picture from that day, right? That's a whole lot of people, a whole lot of boats, which equal a whole lot of people. That's a lot of activity around that space. A lot of activity around that space. So again, and now they didn't put out this crazy amount of money to find out what's going on. And I guess somebody felt like they wanted to say something. We're going to find the content. I'm going to bring it here. The pieces ain't piecing. And the person that do really know what happened, or people, need to come forward and say what really happened. And if the boys in any way, shape, form, or fashion may know something, need to say something. It's crazy.
Where it drops off, and then there was even boats in front of us, and this went all the way down towards the east end of the island, and then there was people on the east tip, and we're on the north side now, but there was people on the south side too, lined up all the way down. And if you talk to anybody on the coast about this, they know that. I mean, 4th of July, this is the hot spot. This is where people want to be. This is where people want to come out, hang out with their family and friends. And
people say that you guys just left Nolan behind. I've seen reports of people saying that you just left him. I see reports of people saying that you asked him to get on the boat. You told him to get on the boat. He didn't. What's the truth in that?
Well, Wyatt was having boat issues and the bilge wouldn't pump. So the bilge is basically a pump that releases water from your boat when water comes in. So I opened the back hatch and there's water up to the batteries. And that is obviously not good. There's water almost coming over the transom, which is where your motors sit, and which is by the stern, like in the back part of the boat. So obviously we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with, and the girl is a witness to that too.
Yeah. I'm glad you cleared that up, because I think it's important for people to have the context of like what it was on that day, what happened, what didn't happen. And the beauty the beauty of all of this is that you guys have evidence to prove that.
Of course.
You asked Nolan to come on and different things like that. So, but anyway, man, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
You know, giving me a rundown of kind of what it was like on that day.
All right. Go subscribe to Officer Tatum. Go subscribe. Go check him out. He got good content over there. I'm subscribed. We definitely gonna keep up with this. We're not gonna let this go. Justice for Nolan. Y'all jump in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is he speaking? Hey, do y'all feel like he giving a just detail of what happened that day? Or is he leaving a couple things out? I mean, hey, only time will tell, right? In the means and in betweens, like, share, sub up, tell a friend, tell 10 more, do it again. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos, shorts, or updates on the Nolan Well case again. In the means and in betweens, I rock with you.
Hey, we don't glamorize pain, we contextualize facts, put the story in order, then we give it right back. Politics in the streets, streets in the system, same cycle repeating, nobody really listens. We talk consequences, not rumors and clout. What happened, why it happened, who it really about. No gimmicks, no industry, hand on the scale, just voices from the pavement trying not to fail. Every episode pressure, every word got weight. We don't chase controversy, we document fate. If the city feel intense, we unpack it clean, no sensation. No spins, just the truth in between. Real talk, no biz. Real